All right, welcome back. So today we are out here with the white X-Maxx. Going to do a little bit of bashing since everyone's waiting on the Pro Moto MX and it still hasn't shipped, and we're towards the end of July. I did get the bumper fixed on this. I did get the C-hub drilled out and a new screw put in there, and got the new part ordered up, which I did receive. We also got the upper bulkhead repaired and reinforced so that that doesn't break, and I did receive the new upper bulkhead, so I'll have to modify that. The C-hub repair that I had to drill out where the screw head broke on this is a temporary fix. Haven't been doing a lot of videos. It's been extremely hot. It's 102 degrees today. Still extremely hot, but figured what better time to run since nobody's going to be up here. And I don't know how well this C-hub is going to hold up. Even though we drilled it out and got a new screw in there with some Loctite, it's kind of loose. So that part, the diff, is going to have to be taken apart, and those inner gears are going to have to be replaced since the screw hole is damaged on that. So I just want to get out and run. The rear bumper is still twisted up, not broken. I still haven't, which I think I'm going to do now. I think I'm going to just cut off this wheelie bar for now, because it does seem to get in the way. So that was something I've been meaning to do. Do have a temperature gauge out here. I should probably bring that as well. But I don't have the block off plate to remove the wheelie bar. So what I am going to do is cut it off, because I don't see this going back on anytime soon. So all I did was cut it so it's out of the way, and we'll keep that in case I ever decide to put it back on. But as you see, that's going to keep the upper reinforcement there and allow everything not to bottom out so bad on the rear. So we're going to get out, do some ripping, and see if this axle will continue to drive. Steering trim, let's go back that way a little bit. As you see, Trek has been sponsoring this bike park thing, so they've had a lot of events in June and July up here. I kind of want to see what the ground temperature is. 127, 28 degrees in the dirt right now, and that's a lot for an electric car. I did get the steering fixed up on this, so we're going to see if it's going to stay tracking straight. That was one problem I was having with the orange one and this one, is that I couldn't get the steering trim to center, and I found some issues with that, and I repaired that as well. So we're going to get up here to this BMX track. No motor vehicles or motorized bicycles. Is this considered a motor vehicle? It's really not a vehicle. It's an RC toy. New sign that they put out here. I haven't been here in a while, and it seemed like a lot of RC stuff was coming out here. But I run in these hot conditions because of nobody being up here. I have a feeling since I've been up here showing this place in videos, I think it's gotten very popular for the RC community to come up here. Which anytime you get one group of enthusiasts like RC enthusiasts and bike enthusiasts fighting against who can run where, really sucks. But like I've always said, the bike park is built for bikes, so just stay out of their way. And then signs like that won't go up. I do worry about overheating on days like today, but that's just running in the summer months. And the only time we can really come out here and run is in these extreme heats, because nobody's going to be up here pedaling. This place has been overrun with electric bikes lately, since that's the new craze. And I don't know why they won't let the Sirons and electric bikes up here to run. Things need to change with the times. Can't just have everything for pedalists, and you can't have a state park built for one particular purpose and not let others enjoy it, because the whole thing is to get people out of the houses and enjoy some fun on their days off. So we already get taxed so hard on stuff, and we pay for all this stuff. It should be for we the people. That's just my opinion. Right or wrong, that's the way I feel. Want to kind of take it easy, since it is so hot. It's going to add a bunch of temperature to this RC, and I don't need frying a motor right now. The last repairs from all the bashing I've been doing with my X-Maxes, I want to say was under $25, but if I have to add the diff gears and the upper bulkhead, then that's going to bring it more around $60, especially those inner gears. I think it's about time I do some more shock tuning on this one too. Trying to let off before I land, but still have air control. Batteries are wrapped in microfibers and beanies, so that they don't pop out and I don't destroy any more batteries. It's been working really well, but it is adding temperature to the batteries. I've been trying to get out for a couple of weeks now. Just hasn't been in the cards to come out and rip. The the front bumper, getting that repaired, I think is really helping on these front impacts. And I can already tell by the wheelie bar being cut off, way more control on these landings. Ooh, that was a hard impact on those wheels, but we were off power. Really dry out here right now. A lot more steering control. Okay, we're gonna take it down a notch and let's check some temperatures real quick. I really want to see what this motor temp is getting up to. Like I said, it's 102 degrees out here. 160, 150. Check the back of this motor. 168 is the hottest I've seen. Fans are working, heatsink is working. Let's check this ESC. 150 on the ESC. 152 on the motor right now. So as you can see, let's check the ground. Ground is 128, so 130. To see 150, 160, not bad. Let me know the fans and heat sinks are working. But you really got to watch these temperatures. Since the Vendetta went on sale, it's another thing I wanted to talk about. I'm getting a lot more views on my Vendetta content, showing to put in the 160 amp ESC. Or the 6S one, which I believe is the 150 amp ESC, and running 100 miles an hour. People asking, can the 3800 motor handle it? And the thing is, it's motor temp. It's all on, you know, I set that up for speed runs, for the beginner speed run guy. So put in the speed pinion, add the optional rear wing, definitely do the modifications that I have in my playlist on the Vendetta. 114 miles an hour. You'll struggle with tires. Some people are doing the 17 millimeter hexes with the GRPs, which is really going to make that 125 mile an hour option pretty good. So if you want the reliability, remember they are speed runs. So one and done. Check temps and let it cool off. If you plan on doing back-to-back speed runs or bashing, you really gotta, it's not set up for that. You can go ahead and put in the 6S, the Arma 6S Spectrum 6S ESC, but note, you're gonna have to gear accordingly for bashing, not for speed runs that I did in my video. My video was for the beginner speed run guy, and it's very hard for people to do one pass and shut the RC down and look it over and check. It's truly really hard to do that, but that's the whole thing with speed runs. One and done. Let it cool and check temps. If you do that, it's going to last a long time. If you don't do that, you're going to cause motor damage. It's as simple as that. So make sure that you keep an eye on motor temp. You don't have to change the motor. Remember, that's the beginner RC for speedrun guys. That's really an affordable option. And with the sale on them being as cheap as they are, definitely one to pick up. Because if you total it, 200 bucks, buy another one. Now you got a parts car for the cheap. Normally a crash on a speed car gonna run you, as long as you don't ruin the electronics, it's gonna run you a few $100s. So you might want to pick up an additional Vendetta, keep you about that $400 range, pick up 2 of them and set up each one the same. That way you can just change over the electronics on a bad crash. I'm expecting to see a bunch of records broken with the Vendetta for the world's fastest Vendetta. And I wish everybody some good luck with that. Anything I can help you with, just ask. But speed runs are very difficult and costly unless you're running a Vendetta. Then it's not so bad. This thing's feeling so much better since the repairs. Feels like I'm getting the power and control back in the white X-Maxx. And that wheelie bar being gone, definitely a big help. Something I'm gonna have to do to the orange one. Ooh, but the body will come off almost every time, because now it's really impacting the rear of that. And there are some fixes for it. This is the indestructible body, which I'm not a big fan of the looks of this one, but it definitely is durable. Gonna take off that wheelie bar, you're definitely gonna have to learn how to get some better air control. So much fun. 102 and just ripping out here right now. 102 degrees. With a ground temp, it's at 132 degrees right now on the ground. Let's take a look at this. ESC 155. $162 is what I've seen on that. Connectors are about 110 on the connectors. I do have a fire extinguisher. Didn't bring it up here, which I probably should have, but it is in the trunk of my car. But I should have brought it up here. I was planning on my daughter walking up with me and carrying the fire extinguisher. But a fire extinguisher during fire season is something I definitely recommend out here. Now, as you see, the brush is cleared away from the track, and I think it's safer to run on this BMX track with a RC car because the brush is cleared away. So if something does catch on fire, we have a clear area. And I worry about the ESC catching on fire, cat packs popping out, batteries exploding, that kind of stuff. It can happen, especially when you're impacting the RC like this. So just be smart. Accidents will happen, just be prepared for it. Oh, I let off and nosedived because I thought I was going to hit that bench. Everything seems to be okay. Axle still seems to be driving. Look at that rock, somebody perfectly placed up here for somebody riding this edge. So dangerous. Feels like I lost a little bit of power. Could be the battery's getting low. Could be it's starting to get real hot. All right, I'm gonna let this thing cool down a little bit. Been bashing it really, really hard. I am taking it easy because of the temperature, but that's something you have to do. You can't just beat up on your equipment and expect it to last in this kind of temperature. I really do like the wheelie bar not being there, so I'm probably going to continue to run it this way. I'll probably take the orange one, cut the wheelie bar off as well. I think I saw in the original packet that they had the wheelie bar removal plug that goes at the bottom in the packages, but all my stuff is packed up, so rather than dealing with that, just cut it off. It's not like it's going to go back on this RC anyways. And I believe the other support braces for that wheelie bar are going to add a lot of support to the rear bumper of this thing. So it is drifting right now. Still haven't seen anybody out here. We're going to get a little drink of some hot water here. Ooh, that water is super hot. Wet my whistle. How many of you guys remember the hot garden hose when you were growing up that tastes like minerals? Is it a flavor you guys miss? Us 70 babies, we were always outside, and you'd just walk up to a random stranger's house, turn on the garden hose, let it run cold. You get ice cold water on a hot day. Of course, unfiltered. This is where we lost the axle. Last time. Haven't been landing on that wheelie bar and causing it to flip over, which I think is way better. Probably a modification I should have done years ago. From my understanding, you can still ride wheelies. You're just on the bumper versus on a wheelie bar. And I think out here in this rough conditions, it doesn't really matter. Right into that chair. I had no option but to try to hit the trigger and jump it. Even though it's hot, it's got a nice breeze out here. I did order some new X-Maxx tires, some J Concepts that are on back order, some new tire out there. I want to give them a shot. But they're not going to come in for a little while. Oh, right into the trash can. They're not going to come in for a while because, like everybody with an X-Maxx, we're all searching for that ultimate tire that won't blow off the bead. And the tread pattern of that new tire. I will stick a picture up right now. That tire looks pretty beefy, pretty cool. I like the tread pattern. Hopefully it'll give me more grip. For some takeoffs so that we can get traction in this loose dirt. $32, that's a plug on a scooter or something. Definitely liking the no wheelie bar. You can hear the fire trucks. Steering 100% is better. And the no wheelie bar is making me land more consistent. So cutting off your wheelie bar, 100% recommend it. There's no reason for that wheelie bar to be back there. Gonna start heading down to the car now. Battery's got to be pretty low. Like I said, it's really hot out here. And I just wanted to get a little running in, talk about the Vendetta. Because like I said, with the big sale that Horizon's putting on now, and I don't need more work for themselves. Horizon adding all these sales right now. When they have a computer problem issue where they're trying to load back data from everybody that pre-ordered the Pro Moto MX, I couldn't tell you. Horizon's literally like putting themselves in this situation. You know, sales are great, but if you're having a computer system problem and you can't get out all these orders, you know, with the low-C motorcycle, why are you going to add all this other work? All these new orders coming in. Hobby shops for a while couldn't even get their replacement part orders up, which last Monday they started receiving some of that, which is good to see. And I did hear some of the Pro Motos are going out, or went out Friday, and some people will see them next week. But how many? I think we all want to know. Low-C was very good on the drop. to keep us informed and have all these videos readily available for the Pro Moto MX for us to watch and see what it's all about with the gyro and that kind of stuff. Losi, you have the platform. People are watching. Do a video talking about what's going on. Why there is so many Pro Moto MXs on back order and what you guys are facing. We all know that container issue not to be an issue now, as that it's some sort of computer error and them trying to recover a bunch of orders that are in their system to get them out in the proper order. But I mean, it is what it is. A lot of people are going to be waiting till Christmas and even maybe even into 2024 for this Pro Moto MX, and I feel sad about that, considering it is a really good RC car that I think a lot of people want, and I think it's something cool that we need it for the RC community. But it's not going to stop us from RCing, because we still have X-Maxxes, we still have a bunch of other RCs that you can get out there and rip. You don't need to sit at home praying that UPS shows up to bring you a Pro Moto MX. Get out there and run something else. YouTube is lacking in the content of running RCs lately, and I've been noticing that. I haven't been doing daily videos, and there hasn't been much for you guys to watch. There are a lot of new channels that popped up there because of the Pro Moto MX, which I think is very good, but get out there and run some different RCs. Keep the content going with these new channels, with other RCs that you have. Keep your channel growing. You can't rely on one RC to blow up your channel. You got to do other RC content. But there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. Get out there ripping X-Maxx. We're going to check on this diff and see if this diff cup came loose again, if that screw fell out. If it did, regardless if it did or didn't, I'm going to be pulling apart and putting the new parts in it, so that I can guarantee when I go out and rip this RC, less chance that I'm going to have breakages. And I definitely love the wheelie bar being gone. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.